entered into Tony Tone's world. The Tony Tone's world.
What's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in. Fucking bringing back the podcast. You're obviously watching or hearing this. So, yeah, I'm bringing back the podcast. You'll see that I'm recording from the phone right now. My dumbass forgot the microphone in the car. So, instead of trying all the way back, I'm just going to record it from this. Hopefully it sounds good. But, yeah, I'm bringing back the podcast. Appreciate everybody that's kind of been asking me where it's been, when I'm going to do it again, when can I be a part of it. So yeah, I'm going to bring it back. I want to do this on a weekly basis. Probably stay away from solo episodes from the get-go. Try to stay away from them in general. I mean, they kind of are a little bit weird, kind of just talking to the camera and being by yourself. Not that I don't like sharing feelings or emotions and things like that, or out my thoughts on things, but it's just a little bit tougher somewhat. You kind of just start thinking about what you're saying and so forth. So anyways, maybe we'll do that. I do have, 26 or 27 episodes that I previously recorded that unfortunately got taken down from YouTube because of the copyrighted music I was using. But thankfully, my guy, Tuesday, helped me with the intro and the logo that he put together. I have some production help in the background to kind of get these things out on a more steady basis or whatever that is. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Talk about sports. Obviously, fucking NFL season is about to start. Go Bears. UFC, still boxing, we've got some great cards coming up. Hopefully do some watch along, things like that too as well. I do have a Patreon that maybe I'll put those 27, 26 episodes up on, and we'll kind of go from there. But yeah, just kind of keep it easy, not put too much, not overthink things, overthink the production value, overthink everything. Just kind of trying to go from there. I think since the last time, I think it was like 2020 that I last put an episode out, and or 2021, something like that. A lot of things have been happening. Obviously we go back to somewhat normal life after COVID, and don't want to talk about COVID at all, so fuck that. But we did kind of go back into our normal lives, or whatever it is normal now. And since then, I've had my third child, so I have a son now. So he takes up, on top of my two other daughters, my son is he's literally Bam Bam from the Flintstones. My guy is crazy, but I love him to death. So kind of took a break because of that as well, trying to get acclimated to having a third kid, which is, if you have kids, you obviously know how hard that can be at sometimes. And then on top of that, being a family and husband and everything else I do on the side as well. So again, appreciate you guys popping in, listening, and we'll kind of go from there. So appreciate it. Thanks.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
What the fuck is up, everybody? Got my buddy here, Cruz. He's out in California. Unfortunately, I wish I was where his background was. Although it is hot in the Chicagoland area right now. So I'm pretty happy about that. But I brought him on. He's a guy that I usually talk sports with a lot. In addition to everyone else I talk sports with. But yeah, he's unfortunately a big Dallas Cowgirls fans. Unfortunately, I say that, but it's funny. I actually had a couple fantasy football drafts this past weekend, and I got stuck with Zeke in both my teams, and it's so funny. I don't know how that happened.
What's funny is you say you drafted Zeke, and I got some type of notification today saying that Rico Dowdle, which is he's been on the team for a few years, but some people are predicting that he may be the starter, or at least getting half the share.
Of course he is.
Yeah, a little late for your drafts, but it could be completely wrong. And they just picked up Dalvin Cook, so who the hell knows what we're doing with our backfield? Let's be honest. I don't think anybody knows until maybe it's all of them, but that's a little unfortunate for you. So,
how do you feel about the Cowboys this year going into the year?
I think it's going to be an interesting year. Obviously, I'm hoping that they do well and they have a good season. But I can also see things going the opposite direction. It's kind of a toss up. It's like a transition year because the quarterbacks in transition, they're not resigning or haven't re-signed him. We have no running back, kind of re-signing everybody on defense, and it's like, okay, they didn't even want to pay CD.
That's
So
wild to me. Why wouldn't you want to pay the first, top receiver, one of the top receivers in the league?
yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of crazy how much their pay went up this year. I mean, he's getting paid 34 million a year, I think it was. So I think it's just, Jerry's notorious for trying to get players on a home team budget type of thing, thinking that he can, oh, we're America's team type of deal, which is a little unfortunate. I think you just need to take care of your guys, but I also realize he has a lot of people that he needs to pay. I mean, you got CeeDee Lamb, he has Micah Parsons on defense, you got Trayvon Diggs. There's a lot of good pieces and players that he needs to pay, and you can't pay all of them.
Bro, he's 81 years old. My man unfortunately is on. I don't know how much
No,
longer.
I agree. I think he makes things more complicated. I think his son is actually pretty smart and makes good decisions, but Jerry doesn't know how to not be Jerry. But he's also one of the smartest men in the NFL, period. I mean, he's quarterbacked a lot of changes in the NFL behind the scenes that he doesn't get credit for, but
Yeah.
or at least from the main fans. I think everybody else knows, but he definitely is a big piece of how the NFL has grown and things. I mean, he was one of the big reasons why the LA Rams ended up in LA and how that stadium came about, just because of how much he pushed that. So, he's definitely involved in a lot of things.
What do you think about Prescott? You think he's long term? You think they need to change it up? You like him as a QB?
I don't mind Prescott. I think Prescott.
There's rumors out there that what's his name, Sanders from Colorado,
Yeah.
Dion might come back to the Cowboys.
Who knows what's gonna happen with that. I don't think Dion's fit yet for. I think he's better fit for a college coach than he is for an NFL coach, in my opinion. And who knows what's gonna happen with Shadur, I think his name is.
Yeah,
I mean, the kid's a beast. I think he has to have the right scheme for his type of play as well.
yeah.
And obviously his dad's built his team around him, and he excels over there. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know what the hell's gonna happen with Dak either. I don't. At this point, I don't think Dak's gonna come back. I think somebody's gonna pay Dak in the offseason, and Jerry's not gonna want to pay him what another team's gonna give Dak money for. That's just
Yeah.
if the fact that they haven't done it yet, they're not gonna pay him what he's gonna get in the offseason. So why the hell is Dak gonna take that? Continue taking the shit he's given and deal with them not wanting to pay him when he can go somewhere else and get, a shitload of money, probably more than he's worth, let's be honest, but
Right.
he's gonna get it. He's gonna get it.
Yeah, I mean that's like I don't think Russell Wilson's making much money in the Steelers this year, but Denver is still paying that dude. That dude's making
Oh,
so much money right now. It's
look at Kirk
crazy.
Cousins. Kirk Cousins got
Hmm.
paid to go to Atlanta.
Yeah, yeah.
That guy's made more money than some of the top quarterbacks in the NFL, period. I mean, Tom Brady's made way more than money than Tom
Don't
Brady.
can't talk bad about Tom Brady, the GOAT.
No,
He's
no,
the
no, I'm
GOAT.
not talking bad. I'm talking about the fact that Kirk Cousins has gotten paid so much money, and he's nowhere near the elite level
Oh,
that some of the other quarterbacks that haven't paid his money. It's crazy, but he's just always been a free agent at the right time.
I just want to know when you're gonna tell me in the season that Caleb Williams is better than Dak Prescott. Because Caleb Williams is about to light up this league. I just want to let you know now.
I hope I'll say this right now on a recorded podcast. I hope for you Bears fans, all these Bears fans that are so hyped up about Caleb Williams and that they're going to the Super Bowl and everything is,
Super Bowl,
finally,
Super Bears, baby. Let's
yeah,
go.
it's
Let's go.
wild to me because I hear this every year, right? Even with Fields, I heard it even with Trubisky, we heard it, right?
Oh
Like
God.
with what's his name before him that I used to always
Jay
talk shit.
Cutler.
Jay Cutler, you guys said it then. It was
Jay Cutler's the man, dude. Jay Cutler is the
stop
man.
it,
He is the
stop it.
man. I'd
I
still
love
take him on
I'm
the
gonna go
team.
on record and say Romo was better than Cutler.
Oh
Just to
my
be
God.
honest, I'm gonna put it out there
No,
right now.
no. See, if you wanted me, I'd go dig in the stats, but I'm not going to do that right this second. But Jay Cutler was the man. All right.
Don't dig the stats because you're gonna prove yourself wrong. I'm
Jay
just gonna
Cutler
say,
was the
don't dig the
man. Smoking cigarettes,
stats.
slinging dick on the field. That's what he was doing.
This guy. He's out there looking like Mark Sanchez.
No, the butt fumble.
Mr.
No,
Butt Fumble.
no.
No, but
No,
okay, so let me go back to Caleb. I hope for you all that he is as good as you all hope and as good as he's been made out to be. And he has a great year. I do. We've argued this plenty of times. I don't think you guys are going to get as many wins as you all think you are. I think a 10-win season is a successful season for his
mhm.
first year. I really do. I think that's probably like the threshold for, in my opinion, based on the fact you guys have an easy schedule, because it's an easy schedule,
Let me look
and
that up real
it's his
quick.
first year.
I don't know if it's easy.
Oh,
Nothing comes easy to the Bears.
it's rated, if I'm not mistaken, like the third easiest schedule this year.
They're just setting us up for glory, baby. They want us to win. They want us to win.
I mean, hey, it's in the script, right? It's in the
Yeah.
script. NFL
Yeah.
writes it. They
Did you see
gotta
that?
get.
Did you see that script today that came out about Travis Kelsey and
Oh my god,
what's her name? Taylor
there's
Swift.
their scripted breakup on
Yeah,
like the
scripted breakup.
28th or some
Do you
shit like
believe in
that.
any? Do you believe in any of that shit?
I don't. I think that it's probably. I mean, somebody could have wrote that up and then just released it just for hype.
But on
But
the
I mean,
flip
like,
side, it was like that most whatever that Super Bowl was last year. I don't even remember. When they started getting together, all the views, supposedly all the women were watching and brought a
yeah,
lot of
yeah.
money. It's brought a lot of money to the NFL. So I mean, conspiracy got to think about,
Hey,
follow the
listen.
money.
If I just want to know if like how Travis got signed up to be the guy that was the one to be able to date her then, because why weren't any other guys lucky enough to date
I
her if
mean,
that's the case? Did
I'm
they go
comfortable with
through
I'm comfortable with my sexuality. He's a good looking dude, He's tall.
right?
He got the length for it. She's a
No,
tall
for
little
sure.
lady, tall woman. So I mean,
I'm just saying he's a lucky guy. He's a lucky guy if to get picked out of the bunch. Uh so
yeah, I don't know.
if it is scripted, because that would be wild. That'd be wild, you know.
I I did draft Travis Kelsey. I'm only in two leagues, two fantasy football leagues, but I did draft him in one league pretty high, and I was happy about it. It was actually the league that we're in. Now that I think about it,
Yeah.
league that we're in, I drafted him. Um, I also drafted Aaron Rodgers as my backup QB. I'm not really sure why I did that, but I don't know. We'll see how that plays out. I'm not really sure how the Jets do have some firepower, obviously, with just not only him, but um,
Garrett Wilson is a beast, especially with a good quarterback
yeah,
in Rodgers. I think that they're gonna have a good season. I think Brees Hall is gonna light it up over there this year. I think he has a monster year.
yeah. I always try to draft running backs that have good offensive lines.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I think he's going to be a pretty good dude. Another guy that for forever, you know me, I fucking hated Keenan Allen. I didn't hate him. I hated the fact that he always got injured,
Hmm.
right? But he was a beast, or he is a beast. I drafted him this year, so God willing, knock on wood, he does not get injured because the one time I ever draft him, I need him to fucking ball out.
He's notorious for like getting hamstring and soft tissue type of injuries.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was like, he's not he's good for like 10 to 12 games a year, right? Because he's
yeah.
out for at least four with various injuries. But he does light it up when he's on the field. I mean, he did when he was with the Chargers, anyways. Who knows how the Bears are going to use him? It'll be interesting if he can play well enough to keep Odunze off the field. So
I don't know. I don't have the video right now, and I'm not going to look for it right this second. But a couple weeks ago, you went to the Rams preseason game, right?
yeah.
And you saw that big ass fight.
Well, so we actually saw the aftermath of the fight.
Oh,
We
okay,
saw some
okay.
guy. We were walking by him, and
It was all over social
random,
media.
yeah, random Rams fan is just bleeding all over his face. There's blood all over his jersey, and I'm like, it's a preseason game, guys. Like, it's not that serious.
It's wild.
Why? I didn't get it. Of course, yeah, it was the Cowboys and Rams, and Cowboys came out on top, obviously, in that fight because his ass was bleeding all over the place. And then, of course, yeah, the videos are all over social media. Um,
The limited games or stadiums that I've been to, I feel like LA just in general is just a hot spot for just hotheads. I really do. Like when
yeah,
we went to me and you, we went to the Dodgers game. What, that was 10, 12 years ago
mm,
now at this point, like a long ass time ago.
yeah,
Rosie was
yeah.
pregnant with my first kid, and we almost got into it with some cholos. It was fucking crazy. And you were a Dodgers fan, and I'm a Cubs fan. So, I
Yep.
mean, we're rocking each other's teams or whatever. But I just feel like there's always something coming out of LA, whether it's the
Yeah.
Raiders, the Rams, the Padres, Dodgers for sure. And the Dodger Stadium, if you ever never been to the Dodger Stadium, it sits on a fucking hill. So it's really like one big ass parking lot, and then you got to wind yourself all the way down to the freeway. And it's good. It's fucking. Didn't somebody get killed there a couple years ago? I feel like
Yeah.
there was a killing a couple years ago in the
There's been a
parking
lot
lot.
of shit that's happened. I think there was a killing. Yeah, I can't
Yeah.
remember, but no, so going back to and I'm a Dodgers fan, and trust me, there's a lot of characters
Hey,
that go
thank you
to
for
there.
Cody Bellinger. Thank you.
Hey, you're welcome. Cody's a beast. Belly
Cody is
bombs,
a
baby.
fucking
That guy's
beast. Hey, the
I love that guy.
Cubs are what, I think maybe four games out, 3 games out, something like that. They did just have lose 2 to the Pirates. They won today. No, they had a combined no. That's pretty
Well,
fucking sick.
yeah,
Combined
I have
no.
him. What's his name? Imanga. I'm probably gonna say it wrong, but
Yeah, yeah.
I have him, and I'm playing fantasy baseball. I've been doing it
Oh,
last
you're a
year.
fucking nerd.
Well, my uncle started a league and he wanted people to play. So I'm like, dude, I'm not going to stay active in this. And little, I can't help it. I love fantasy, so I have been staying active in it. So I guess I am a nerd or whatever. But I'm like 13-3 or some shit like that. So
You gotta do your rosters every single day, or is it every week?
no, you can adjust them every single day, but you can adjust them for the week on one day. Like, so you don't have to go in and do it. You can do the whole week in one day
I've
type of
done
thing.
basketball, and it was like almost basically every single day you've had to like go on there and do
Dude.
something, and it's tough. Like I love basketball, I watch basketball all day, but fuck, that was like it was just tedious.
Yeah. I've done basketball one time and I'm like, nope, I'm not doing that shit again.
Yeah.
It was too much. It was too much.
If I ever hear you doing hockey, then we're gonna have a talk because
I couldn't do hockey if
hockey
I
is.
wanted to, bro. I couldn't. I love watching hockey, right? But like I don't know enough players by name and all that kind of shit like to ever do
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. I'm excited about the Cubs. Right now it's always exciting at the end of this year and at the end of the season, especially if your team's in the race. Unfortunately for you, the Dodgers have been there for the last couple of years.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty fun watching them, and
Dude, can we talk about Otani?
oh, dude's a beast, bro.
That
He's not
guy
even
is
pitching right now. Fucking dude's a
not even
beast.
pitching.
Dude's a
That dude
fucking
is
beast.
he's phenomenal. He's worth
You
every dollar. Let's
do
be
you think
honest.
do you think he's taking roids?
No.
No.
I mean, who knows? I mean, if you really want to ask something, do you think that he was actually gambling and
Oh,
blamed it on his
yes, of course.
right?
Yes.
Like somebody took the
Yes.
fall. He
Somebody had
took
to take
the
the ball.
fall for sure.
Look at the money. I'm sure that dude's family is getting paid out right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
of
Yeah,
course.
they 100% took the fall. He was gambling because
And
I mean, and that's in their culture, right?
yeah,
Japanese culture, like notorious gamblers. Like, hey, good for them, but he was 100% gambling.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
let's be real. Yeah. But hey, that guy's phenomenal. He's what? I think he's at like 46 stolen bases right now and 45 home runs. Going to be the first person to hit 50-50 most likely. He's not even pitching. It's worth every
I'm
damn
not
penny.
see. I know you're probably gonna give a face right now by the statement that I'm going to tell you,
Okay.
but I feel like I'm the Shohei Otani of softball, men's
Oh,
softball.
yeah.
I'm just
Um, okay, that's a hard one to take in. Bullshit.
I'm just fucking that. No, but dude's a fucking
More,
beast.
you more like the Speedy Gonzalez of softball. You out there with your little legs running
My
out
little
the
legs
bases.
just running a little quick,
You were running
like a
though.
little road runner.
All right, let's go back though, because I remember they don't know this, but when Tony first started playing softball, I was in
Oh,
California, and I had a softball team, and this guy was like, I was like, dude, come out and play on the team. He had never played or whatever, or
it was
softball.
right next to the prison.
Man, when I say that this dude was like, let's be honest, he was
Oh,
straight
I straight
doo doo, like
trash, straight
straight
trash.
garbage. He was the guy you had to hide in right field and just
Yeah,
hope that nobody knew how to hit Oppo
or it was
because
lefty.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, it was bad, but you were my boy. I wasn't gonna tell you like no, you can play no more. So we just
Yeah,
dealt with it. But that's why it's funny seeing you play now and how much better you've gotten. It's just, you gotta keep putting in that work.
yeah, I guess so. Also, beer helps too. Beer definitely helps. All
Yeah.
the leagues I play in, we have to have some beer, some sort of liquid courage,
I don't think softball goes without beer. Like they just
dude.
go hand in
I
hand.
played I played in a league 2 years ago, a city next to me, and it was like a competitive league. But most competitive leagues that I play in have always been drinking beer. Like the guys are always drinking beer. This league, for whatever reason, they wouldn't let you play music too loud. They wouldn't let you drink. You couldn't even like bring glass bottles, like not even like non-liquor, like just
That's
regular glass.
wild.
It was wild. Like it was just they were just so uptight about it. It was horrible. Never played
I'd
in
be
that league
like,
again.
I was gonna say, I would be like, I'm done. If
Yeah.
you can't play some music and bullshit and drink some beers while playing softball, like I get some guys take it too seriously. It's gonna happen,
Yeah.
but it's supposed to be like just a night out with the guys and just have a little competition and drinking some beers,
See,
bullshitting.
I teeter that line because I'm very competitive in
Well, yeah.
nature, so I do want to win. But yeah, I like to not like to put all these rules and shit like that. It was ridiculous. It was
Yeah.
ridiculous. All right, so back to the NFL. NFL starts this fucking weekend. Fucking exciting.
Mm,
Dude,
can't
I
wait.
didn't realize there was a game on Friday, so that's even better. So there's a game on Thursday, Friday, and all throughout Sunday. And I think they're having 3 games on Sunday from now on, which is pretty cool. Um, so I'm pretty excited about that. Who do the Cowboys play this weekend?
The Cowboys have the Browns.
How do you feel about that?
It's going to be an interesting game. The Browns defense is supposed to be pretty good. I think it's going to be a good matchup. I do think
Let's
that the boys pull it out, but it's going to be a good one.
let's look at the line real quick. Cowboys plus 2.5. So basically, Browns are basically getting a home field advantage, if a little bit under home field advantage. They're not
Yeah.
even a -3, so over 41 points. I don't know who Deshaun Watson. Actually, I don't even. I gotta brush up on my Browns players. Who the fuck is their main receiver right now?
It's Amari Cooper.
Okay,
They have Amari Cooper. Their running back, they have Ford, which is basically because what's his name? Your boy, and hasn't come back yet, or they don't know when he's going to come back because he went out with that injury last year. So Ford is their main running back. I honestly think
oh,
that
Nick Chubb.
Nick Chubb, yeah, Chubb. Um, I don't think Ford is going to do it. He's not going to really run the ball, so they're going to put the ball in the hands of Deshaun Watson, and Watson's good for a pick or two.
Yeah,
So I just see us coming out on top, but we'll see what happens. They have a good defense. I mean, they could lock up CD Lamb and our running game is iffy, like I said. We have Cooks, we have Tolbert
yeah.
as our other wide receivers, and so it could be a defensive matchup. We'll see, but you never know. Like you always think it's going to be a defensive matchup on the first game of the year, and then the defense is just they aren't. I don't know. They just aren't up to par as you would think. So we'll see what happens.
The Bears this week have the Titans.
That's going to be
Without looking at the spread, do you think the Bears can pull this off?
Can they pull it off? Yeah, absolutely.
The spread's -3.5. So basically,
So they're
we're getting a little
favored.
bit more than home field advantage.
Yeah, so they're favored. Yeah, I mean, I think they could beat the Titans. You got Will Levis as the. I do think that Will Levis is a sneaky guy, right? Because he was slinging it, and in the games that they let him just put the ball in his hands and let him just throw the ball. I mean, he
Yeah.
had some big games last year for like 350, 360 plus yards, a few touchdowns. They have Hopkins and Ridley. They got Pollard, picked up Pollard from the Cowboys, and they have that guy Tajay Spears. Titans are a squad. I just don't know their defense at all. They may not be able to stop the Bears. It may just be an offensive game back and
I was
forth.
just gonna tell you all my offense: Caleb Williams, Cole Kmet, DJ Swift,
Cole who?
Cole Kmet from
I
Notre
know,
Dame,
I know, I know.
DJ Swift, Keenan Allen, Dunze. I mean, Super Bowl, Super Bears, baby. We're coming out. I'm hammering that line, baby. Let's go. I may wait to see if it goes down to 3, but we'll see. It may actually do the reverse and go to -4 because they're at home. So we'll see.
Yeah,
I could definitely see him flip flopping.
yeah. It's gonna be an interesting one. It's like I said, I think it's gonna be an offensive game. I don't think there's gonna be much defense in that game, and it's just gonna be points.
Have you looked at the NFL schedule this week?
I actually have it up on another screen.
So what other games outside of the Bears and in the in the Cowboys, what game is like interesting you the most that you want to see?
I mean, I guess the one tomorrow, right? The Ravens versus the Chiefs. That's gonna be a
Mm,
good game.
that will be a great
Um,
fucking game.
yeah, it's gonna be. I think that the Ravens are gonna put it to the Chiefs. To be honest, I think they're better offensively. They're a well put together team,
Yeah.
and I think they have a better defense than the Chiefs. So I have the Ravens in that game, even though I think KC is actually favored, if I'm not mistaken.
Let's see. Kansas City, yeah, -3, so they're getting home field advantage as well.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, they
yeah,
lost a couple receivers. I mean, they don't have Tyreek, obviously.
yeah.
Um,
They have Rasheed Rice.
yeah.
He came on pretty good last year. They picked up that
Didn't
really
he
speedy
he played for the Ravens, didn't he, at one point? I feel like he played
Rasheed
for the
Rice.
Rashid
No,
Rice. No?
no Rush. It's not Rush. It's just Rashid, not Rasheed Rice. They
Uh,
drafted him. I'm pretty sure he didn't play.
okay. Yeah, I swear there's some other Rice guy that played for the Ravens at one point. Um, Let me see. Oh, here we go. All right. Yeah, I think my game that I'm looking forward to, other than that Thursday night game, I think the Green Bay Packers and the Eagles on Friday night will be pretty good. I kind of just want to see how good the Packers are. Just as a Bears fan, I kind of want to see. I kind of just want to look at the competition within the division to see what
I
we're
feel you.
looking to kind of gauge where we're at. So it'll be a great fucking Sunday or a great fucking football card, should I say?
Yeah, no, I,
Um,
I agree. I think there's a lot of question marks if the Packers are gonna, take that division or what they're gonna do. It's really a toss up.
so real quick, there is UFC on tonight or this weekend, and the card is kind of not the best. But I do want to get your take. What do you think about Gilbert Burns and Sean Brady?
I think it's gonna be a good matchup. I think Gilbert Burns is getting I don't think he's as good as he was at one time.
Yeah,
I think he's getting a little slower. I think Sean Brady beats him.
we're different in that. I think
Really?
Gilbert Burns he's plus 120 or actually, oh, he was plus, oh yeah, no, he is plus 154 right now. So Sean Brady's 185 minus 185. So he's creeping up on the 2-1 underdog or 2-1 favorite, should I say? But I feel like Burns still has it in him. I feel
You
like
think
he's a
so?
dog. I feel like he can stand there and punch. If he gets on the ground, I'm going with the Brazilian with the jiu-jitsu. So I feel that's gonna be a fucking great fight.
Sean Brady's a dog too, man. Don't discount Sean Brady. He's a dog too. What is Sean Brady? He's
Sean
like
Brady, no, Sean
16
Brady is
and
a dog.
1 or something like that,
Yeah,
right?
no,
Like he's
He's 16-1. Yeah, he's 16-1. Yeah. His last loss was to Bilal Muhammad, who is champion
Who
right
has
now.
the belt? Yeah.
Yep. All right. So real quick, we got a couple minutes left. Let's put a little parlay together for this weekend. What game do you like for this weekend for NFL?
Ooh, like my take on who. I mean, honestly, if you're gonna pick a guarantee, like for me, I think a guarantee is Bengals over Patriots.
With the spread or just minus 380?
I don't even know what the spread is. Like,
Minus 8.
ooh, that's a hard one.
Is Jamar Chase playing?
I don't know. Yeah, he's gonna play. He's gonna play.
He suited up today in practice.
He's gonna play. There's no way he doesn't play. But I think there's no way the Bengals don't just demolish the Patriots. The Patriots are.
All right, I'm gonna give you my first pick, and then we'll agree on our third pick. My first pick is gonna be the Bears minus 3.5. All right.
Okay.
What's your pick?
Oh man, you're gonna make me go. Just let's see.
What the Cowboys? I mean, I'm gonna give you the Cowboys minus plus 2.5. I'm sorry, plus 2.5 against the Browns.
Ooh, okay. You want one? You want one? I'll give you a different one. I'll give you a different one, and just one that I saw on your thing right there. Take the Raiders plus 3.
Raiders plus 3. Okay.
Take the Raiders plus 3.
Is there any specific reason?
I think the Chargers are just going to be trash. I don't. They're going to be a running team. I think the Raiders will take them.
And who's the receivers in the Chargers? I don't even know who their receivers.
Devontae Adams, the number 1 receiver.
No, for the Chargers.
Oh, the Chargers. They have Joshua Palmer, that guy McCaney. I think he's a rookie. That's there, and they have one other bum that was supposed to be a good guy.
All right. Well, I like that. So plus 3 fucking for the Raiders.
And their running backs are like J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards, like
some washed up dudes.
Washed up guys that they picked up, but because it's Harbaugh's system and it's going to be a running team, like just because you put in a system, it doesn't mean you have the players to make that work in the first year. Like I don't know. I think the Raiders beat them. I'll take them.
All right. What do you think about
and I'm a Raider hater, just to be clear. I'm a Raider hater.
I know that. What do you think about the Chiefs Ravens?
I mean, like I told you earlier, I think the Ravens are just a more complete team. I think the Ravens beat them. I think it
I actually like that. I actually think the same thing.
Yeah. I think it's better.
All right. So I'm gonna bet this. I'm gonna keep track this season of my three teamers. For the rest of the year, we're gonna do 3-team parlays every single episode. It doesn't necessarily have to be football. It could be baseball, UFC. But when I get some more time with you, we'll maybe go through some other sports. But yeah, I'm gonna bet this weekend. Plus 567, some good money. I mean, even if you put $20, you get 133 back. So some good money.
Yeah, I'll split it with you.
All right, sounds good. Appreciate you being on. Appreciate everybody listening. We're gonna keep doing this going forward. Again, want to follow me at Tony Tones World on Instagram, and we'll kind of go from there. Appreciate it.
Tony Tones World. The Tony Tones World.